Welcome to another Shadowverse gameplay video. Today we are going to be looking at Nephthys, Neprip, whatever you want to call it. We got a pretty interesting deck list here. A lot of fun ofs if you think about it. A lot of fun ofs here. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Dragon, both in the videos and in testing. I've been trying to come up with some sort of Roach Forest deck for you guys, and as you can see. You can see my score has fallen from like 11. I think my maximum was like 1300. I was like 1100 in videos, and back to 600 because I've been losing a lot with Forest. Been playing a lot of Dragon, which is what I was gonna point out. And going first against Dragon is always nice. See what we can do here. So we have the namesake card of the deck. We don't really want any of these cards though. Our hand is okay. It's not great, I guess. But no, if you take a look at the deck list, so I'm running one Mystic Ring. I still have not drawn Mystic Ring yet. I think it can be an interesting card. Putting it back, on if you're planning on casting like Sefkin, Nephthys, maybe putting back a Mordecai, on nine play points would be pretty cool. Otherwise, the Grave Desecration. So that's in testing. I don't think it's maybe the power level is too low, but I think you kind of have a flexible slot to put in a flexible slot to put in something that deals with necromancy, if you know what I mean. What is our opponent's thinking? I mean, there's a lot of like flames, a lot of these types of posts in the neutral blood era. Oh, so I mean they're actually thinking. I guess they actually had something, but neutral blood thinking. I mean, Dragon thinking. Like, I don't know if Dragon really thinks that much. Maybe I'm just salty about it because I don't like playing against Dragon, even though I do like ramp like decks in general. I don't think Dragon is really healthy because I'm really salty about Dragon, and I never face those times where Dragon just draws like mono 4-drops. And yet, my decks, like some of my decks, there's 25 cards that cost 3 and less, and I draw my opening hand of 4 cards is, 15. There's 15 cards, and I end up drawing, 4 of those 15 cards. And it's just, bad news bears. But other fun ofs we're running. Let's see here. Angelfist. Okay, so that's an interesting one. I've actually cut down to 1 Angelfist. I know some lists are running 2 and 3. I think this deck doesn't necessarily want to draw that many cards. You want to kind of keep some of the hits. Like, you want to draw into Nephthys, so it's kind of interesting. You want to draw the card, but you want to keep some of the hits in the deck. I mean, this is just a fine card on the board. Our opponent has a ramp ditch, which is, nice. I mean, I think we just get cards on the board. A lot of lists I've been seeing have been running Rahab lately, actually, which is an interesting idea. Maybe they're because aggro isn't that big, so like I don't know what the intent behind that is. Yeah, of course for necromancy there is the Soul Squasher and the Death's Breaths that use necromancy, but Undying Resentment. Just kind of I do kind of want to draw here, but I think we can just do this. Our opponent ended up killing this somehow. So like you kind of want to balance out the draw versus not drawing. Maybe it's still better to have a lot of cards that draw. And our opponent steps into some ramp. They're probably not gonna evolve and take this out. Nope. Okay, so we don't necessarily need to draw as many cards as we did before. See, do I hit into here? I'll just do that. We'll go ahead and actually play the Death's Breath here. So what that's gonna do is, if our opponent decides to waste a turn playing Breath of Salamander, we're in a pretty good spot there. If they play Saha into Israfil, that's one of the combinations I don't really like. And it would be kind of annoying. There's a Saha, so this is one of the reasons I don't like, play against Dragon, because they get to do stuff like this, but, maybe that's just what Dragon does. Okay, well, as long as our next draw is not Mordecai, I'm thinking our position's pretty good. As long as it's not a Mordecai. Because we're only running 2 Mordecai in our list, so it would be highly, highly unfortunate if that was the case. Our opponent's going to be able to clear the board, but if they just drop an SFL, it's dying. They should know also, so yeah, see our opponent there, okay, well, we got a Mystic Ring anyways. So we can actually just choose to play the Mordecai here. Oh, I guess they didn't have the play points anyways. Man, I am just not in it today, am I? Polyphonic is, yeah, that's fine for us. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some damage on the board here. And then we kind of have an interesting spot here. I think we can afford to do this. So we'll get rid of this. Foul Tempest might come in handy someday. Okay, well. Okay, well that that was interesting. I was gonna say, I mean, I don't think our opponent can kill us here unless it's like the combo. Like they're gonna play SFL, which is fine. I mean, I can't imagine this. It's going Fate. I guess it can go Face if he wants it. Voices of Resentment, please. No, okay, never mind. So I mean, we have 14 damage on the board. We'll just go ahead and gain a huge chunk of life. As that's pretty lucky for us. Do this. Yeah, it's a little lucky for us. Technically, we had 2 Sarases, or we had 3. Yeah, whatever. It's lucky. We're lucky people. Otherwise, the play would have been, we would have been a little less aggressive, I guess. But I mean, we're basically guaranteed to hit a 2-drop of any, and it could have been a Lurching Corpse even. So I think you would have rather lose to some other people, but maybe there's no one else you'd rather lose to because Nephthys is not a great matchup. So yeah, I won, man. I've been trying. If you saw my missions, I mean, it's like win with Forest. I was trying to win with Forest, get some Roach stuff going, but it just has not panned out. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm happy, I got some likes on the Amulet Haven video. I still think that deck is, pretty decently positioned against a lot of different decks. I'm probably going to make some changes to the deck. Healing Prayer is really overperformed in that deck, which is nice. Runecraft. This could be a swift loss. A swift loss at that. I don't know if Soul Squasher is necessarily going to be that useful. That's interesting. So, I'm just thinking about those, hopefully our opponent doesn't play Insight. Okay, so it is going to be Dirt, which is not the greatest matchup for us, but we can try and live with it. I mean, D-Shift would be horrible there. Okay, so we have, one good card in our hands. I think, Rune, Dirt, whatever, is not necessarily the greatest matchup because, of the mutagenic presence. Like, mutagenic can, deal with Mordecai, obviously. Oh, okay, that's a pretty nice draw, actually. I mean, I think we're fine to just do this. We do want to kind of, you know, reduce some of the damage in the early parts here. We could have also gone after this, but yeah, our opponent's just going to come up with more of these things. Okay, so it looks like our opponent slowed down, which is, you know, both good and bad, right? I am going to choose to evolve here. I mean, we do need some, you know, some more expensive spells here. I could choose the Demon Eater, which, yeah, whatever. We need some resources in our hand. I think this might be one of the matchups where, you know, this deck is unfavored. I think we're definitely unfavored here. Mostly we're unfavored just because of this Magic Illusionist. So I just made that play now because, which is a little aggressively in terms of being defensive, but one of the plays could have been to try and I mean, I don't care if we really burn something here. The thing is, we could have held out for some. What the heck is that? Oh, what the heck? So one of our other options was to be hold up the Death Breath for 6 Necromancy, but looks like we're just. Wow, I've never seen that. Yeah, we're just dead. Yeah, I mean, okay, well. Honestly, I've played Dirt Rune a lot. I mean, I probably have, you know, 30 plus games with the deck, which that's not a lot, but 30 to 50 games with the deck. My issue, like, maybe I'm just playing the deck wrong, but I've never drawn more than, like, I've drawn 2 cards very rarely, and I've drawn, like, I almost always draw 1 card with Wizardess, and then, you know, my hand is never looking good, so maybe I'm playing that deck wrong. But no, it'd be an interesting deck to check out at this time. I mean, I know I have some videos on my channel already with that deck, but this is, you know, post-nerf, and everyone's playing it, so it would be interesting to check out that deck. But we'll go ahead and get the last game in. A nice and quick video grinding out Dragon deck, and then, you know, getting wrecked horribly by Rune deck. I mean, maybe it's even correct to keep this in our opening hand. I mean, I'll try it. It is, well, this is the meme, the Grave Desecration. Okay, this is a little scary now. Against Dragon, a lot of time, I think you're gonna want the double. You're gonna want the double Mordecai, and having one drawn one already, it's not looking great. That's where the Mystic Ring comes in handy, right? I think we play this. Last game is the game we would have wanted the Ceres of the Night on turn 4. It would have been nice, but this game it's not gonna be that great. Like I'm saying, man, any excuse for me to play this beautiful card is an idea, and I'm gonna play that deck. Yeah, I mean, the card is doing exactly what it what as advertised. So I could hold back this and not ramp our opponent, but okay, that makes an interesting case for that. Do we want to draw cards? Okay, we'll go for this line. I don't think it's horrible. And we're running kind of low on cards in our hand because these two cards do absolutely nothing, and this Grave Desecration is kind of a do nothing, if I'm gonna be honest. Our opponent's gonna do that. That's fine for us. We're still drawing a card. I mean, opponent's gonna ramp, which is annoying, but what can you do? Hitting our opponent here is whatever. Necro is gonna be nice. I think I'll draw some cards. We should get some, 2-drops or some. Do I want to commit the soul? I guess I just do this. It's not very good defense. Like, it's not very good in terms of its, like, dealing with large followers. Which is, this is a cool card because it's very nice at dealing with small followers. It doesn't attack for a lot of damage to the face. It's very, very defensive, pinpointed against aggro. I think this still has draw a card, yeah. We're still going to end up drawing a card. I don't want to hear the Dragon's Roar. We're playing a Voices of Resentment. I think the card could be, not that great, but another thing with this, okay, well, Voices of Resentment here looks not bad. I could just go Soul Squasher. So we have not drawn a Death's Breath yet. I believe our list is playing 2. Yeah, so we are playing 2 in the list. That's really the only card I really would want to save this for. I think, Grave Desecration was, kind of dumb on my part. I mean, I haven't drawn it. This is the first time I've drawn it, even in testing. A couple games before. Yeah, I think we could do that. We actually don't have, like, great follow-up here. Maybe just sack this. Draw another 2-drop. Whatever. Hit our opponent with a nice to see you. I mean, this card is not even, like, this card's only okay in Arena. In Arena, basically, like, take 2, basically, if you have any strong Necromancy effects, it's not that great. And then, so we really want a Cowie here. I mean, so unfortunately, I don't see a line where we're going to be able to Necro and Ceres to gain some life. So, I mean, Necro has to be the play here. We'll trade in here first. And kill out that Belinus. We're looking okay here. I mean, our opponent has not dropped the... Okay, well, we're probably dead. Yeah, okay, so this was more of the Storm version of the ramp. I mean, our zombie didn't help us here with the Grave Desecration. I still think, I mean, you need some sort of idea like maybe there's a better idea than this to use up some of the shadows, because a lot of the time the deck does end up with a lot of shadows left over. So not an amazing performance, but an enjoyable set of games. This is generally seen as a decent matchup for Nephthys against Dragon. You'll just watch the video. It's like all there's been a lot of dragons lately, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna post this video. I think it was a nice video to see. We'll go ahead. I knew I had some standard pack tickets. We will see. And I know I got some comments on the Reddit post that I made for the Amulet Haven deck. People are talking about playing some more heresy oriented with no Aegis, and I think that's possible, but I would need the Zodiac Demon to guarantee some stuff. Ghouls? What does this? I don't even know what that does. It has something to do with shadows, doesn't it? Whenever you use Necromancy, summon a ghost. Yeah, I don't think that's the card for that deck either. Okay, well, I mean, we got 3 gold amulets, so why not? I mean, why the hell not? Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Not necessarily the best performance with this deck, but we're just gonna go ahead and pretend you guys didn't see that. There it is. Pretend that was there the whole time. The Nephthys Shadow, not mid-range Shadow. I mean, it's still Shadow, and you could still call it a mid-rangey sort of a deck because it does sort of those things. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and I'll see you guys later.